Good evening. This is the Town of Auburn Planning Board. It is 7 p.m. and we are bringing our meeting to order. It's being recorded for transmission. It'll be recorded for playback later. Is there anyone in the audience recording at this time? If not, will everybody please stand and salute the flag?
Folks can't see the flag here.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I've asked the Veterans Affairs person to get us a bigger flag. Okay, so we have two things now. This Bryn Mawr Estate's not coming this evening.
That's correct. I informed the resident that was here.
Okay, so he left, all right. So we're gonna set that up for another meeting?
Yeah, and right now it's just a discussion, so when we receive the report back from the developer, we can address his response.
His answers, yeah. Okay, and the other group we have, Tesla.
Yes, I believe we have an A&R, Mr. Chair.
We have an A&R?
I believe for
Stonebridge
Stonebridge.
Drive.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we have an A&R. I don't see that on the thing. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, so A&R 4 Stonebridge Drive.
That's correct.
All right, and what do we have?
We have a very large lot that is looking to create another very large lot and a reasonably sized lot off of an existing road.
Okay. That's off a public road. They both have frontage and everything?
They do.
And they meet all the requirements?
They do.
All right. I will entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve the A&R.
Okay, second.
Second?
Motion's been made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Oh, right, frontage, everything.
Yeah.
All right, well, motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's a vote.
If you would sign the paper ones as well, please.
You hear me now?
No.
Guess I can go home. Thank you very much.
If you want to stick around, I'll give you my line now and
Nice
save you a
seeing
trip
you.
tomorrow.
Well, no, I don't want to. I'm going to a couple other places and I'm probably melting my truck tonight. I stop up your office.
Yeah,
I don't
it'll be
wanna
there
lose it.
waiting for you.
Okay.
Thanks,
thank you.
Kevin. Ronnie, you gonna sign?
Did you get them all? Oh, you did, John.
And David.
Oh, I got it in the mail, nice stuff, but not for.
Maybe they know how much time you spend in Northborough. Pull that one up.
Wendy, did you do these already?
I did.
We put one in, but we didn't have.
I don't have that stamp.
Okay. One side of the road there.
Yeah,
There's
that's
one
just Tesla. I think
here,
there's a
there's
discussion.
one side of the road.
And we have a 7 o'clock hearing with Tesla Motors, Inc. Up here, introduce yourself.
My name is Troy Wiegand. I'm a senior program manager for Tesla Motors. Wiegand, yes. So, Tesla Motors is an electric vehicle company that is currently putting supercharging stations to create a network across the country to allow travel for our customers. And so right now we're looking to install a station at the Auburn Mall. And the variance that we're looking for is reducing parking by a couple spaces based on our installation.
You got one reduction from zoning for how many spaces? 28 or 30?
Just to clarify, this is a special permit for parking reduction. They have not gone to the zoning board. This is a regional mall overlay district. It's wholly the purview of the planning board for parking numbers within the regional mall.
Oh, I thought I saw that it said that you went and got some kind of...
That was for the mall, I believe, before this project.
Yeah, and I believe it would have been through this board. I know in '97 when they did the expansion, the planning board granted a special permit, and that was inclusive of the construction of the deck.
And you're only looking for what, 8 spaces?
We are going to use 8 spaces for electric vehicle charging, so they will still be parking spaces, same use. But we will be putting an enclosure on the property that will take up the parking space. And then the width of the space is going to affect a little bit of the painting of the lines. So we'll be just reducing by, I believe, 3 spaces.
The cars will only be in there, what, a half hour? 3/4 of an hour, that much?
Right now, if you come in at an empty charge, it can range anywhere between 35 and 50 minutes, depending on
So
what.
within an hour, it's fully charged again?
Yep.
How far can you go on that?
The rated range is 265 miles.
Now, as it gets towards the end of towards 200 miles, do you start going slower, or is it...
The car?
Is the battery power go down, or does it just die at 200?
Well, this guy owns one and he drives them all over the place. I've driven them quite a bit. I haven't experienced any sort of loss of power or anything. Now, when it gets very, very low, it will restrict you slightly of accelerating too fast, because that really does drain the battery a little bit more and things like that. And so
It's like any other car, it's the way, it depends on the way you drive it.
it absolutely
Yeah.
is similar to every other car. Yeah, I've taken it down to 7 miles driving up across the Washington Bridge and going to Greenwich, and that was scary for a second. But then I was like, that was cool.
If you went over the...
Oh.
All right.
So you're only gonna have one station?
There's gonna be...
So one supercharger is the actual module, and that serves 2 posts. So each one serves 2 posts. So we will have 4, and there'll be 8 posts. So 8 spots. And within the enclosure is our switchgear and the 4 superchargers.
Yeah, but you're not gonna have, you're just having one of these stations within the mall. It's not gonna be
Yeah.
8 different
Correct. Yes.
stations.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
One location. Right.
Yeah.
They'll be
Yeah, the
coming back to
picture.
expand.
Well,
There's a picture here around.
I would say,
Looks like
is
this.
there any questions? I entertain a motion.
What's the appropriate
Do
motion?
you want it to...
What do we have to do for the motion?
Close the hearing, then you'd make the motion to approve the special permit, finding that the number of spaces proposed to exist at the mall will not impact the service and use of the property as a regional mall.
I'll make the motion to close the hearing, because it's easy.
Okay.
Second.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Then I would make the motion as Adam described.
Okay. You have that written down, Adam?
Erica.
I don't know.
Right
Could we
down
repeat
the
that?
last word.
Motion to approve the special permit and finding that the reduction of parking spaces does not impact the ability of the property to serve as a regional mall.
Do we have a second?
Any
Second.
conditions?
Any questions, conditions? what conditions would you put? They're just gonna park
I-
there.
Did you want to say something?
No, I don't see any
It's
conditions.
it's a question that I have to ask.
Just we should just
It's ingrained in me.
make sure that they.
All right, so the
It's not
motion
a
has been
residential
made.
area.
No, it's not, yeah.
Motion's been made and seconded.
Discussion, I would say that, you know, we do need to make the fire department aware of this because it is a whole other ballgame with electric cars versus gas-powered cars. And, you know, maybe just touch in with Coleman, Chief Coleman, and
Just so he knows how to deal with it.
how to deal with it and make sure that they're properly trained and, you know, whatever it is that is required.
In your conversations with the building inspector, is this an electrical permit only, or is there a building permit required in addition to?
Can I check real quick?
Sure.
That
see.
You're putting in a transformer, and
Yeah, we just want to make sure they're aware.
Well,
of,
and
you
that's
know.
why I asked, because it'll
Yeah.
depend on how he gets notified. If
Okay,
it's a matter of a building permit, the fire department generally gets notified on building permits. If it's not, I mean, it's a matter of me just giving the chief a call, and, you know, I don't think that
Yeah.
necessarily is wrapped in the condition.
and I'm not,
It's
you know,
something I can
I'm not,
certainly.
you know, suggesting that it become a condition, but just
Yeah.
that I think it's a good idea to make sure that they're in the loop. You know, there are some considerations there, but overall, I think it's a great thing.
I don't have it in my immediate notes, but if
Okay.
you,
I'll just give
if
him
you
a call.
need me to, I could even write up a little blurb in an email on the safety measures that the superchargers actually have. Because it's
Perfect.
not, just to give you a quick rundown, it's not like a plug and play, right? Like you would plug into a wall. What actually happens is there's DC coming out of the superchargers going to the posts, and the car is actually the remote to the supercharger itself. So the supercharger is not live whatsoever until the car tells it to turn on. So you couldn't actually go up to the post or the supercharger and be electrocuted whatsoever unless you actually got inside the live utility wires, you know what I mean? As far as a fire hazard would go. And there's measures inside the car that if anything goes wrong, the car shuts the charger off. And it also, like I said, it's not just plug it in. It actually plugs in, talks to the car, decides what it wants, and then it ramps up voltage first, and then it ramps up amperage, the current. So
If you just email that to me, I'll make sure the chief
Okay,
gets it
sounds
and we'll
good.
include it in our records.
Thank you.
I'll give you guys a couple cards here too, if you have any questions.
Test drives.
There you go.
the parking lot.
I'm like a poker deal
Thank you.
here.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking that. Great, thank you.
All right,
Now you need to vote on the motion.
motion, any other comments or questions? All right, the motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's it.
You're
Do
all
I have to
set?
ask for a final or anything? Okay, cool, perfect. Thank you guys.
We
very
try to
much.
only vote once.
Yeah,
Great.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Thanks.
terrific, with psyched.
yeah, it's gonna be an awesome site. We're really excited.
Great location.
Yeah, and that part of the parking lot is very seldom used, either. It's Christmas time. That's about it.
It's true, it really is.
Now, do you have an attendant there, or do you just put money in, or?
There's no money,
They're
it's
free
free.
for life for Teslas,
Oh,
and we don't have an attendant now. It's 24/7, no attendant needed. Like I said, the car, you know, if you go on the website, you can see videos, or if you stop by the site when it's done, you can probably see it, or when we do open it. The car actually talks to the handle will open the little door to the charger and everything, so it's pretty fancy.
Well, you've already made one trip across the country.
you better put
Yeah.
some bollards around it, though.
Yeah, we do put bollards inside our enclosure and everything like that, so yeah. And the
Snow plows.
Yeah.
posts themselves are actually made of bollards, so it's two bollards in the ground and then a skin on top of it, so.
Very good.
All right, thank you guys
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Take care.
Okay, so there's no signatures, no new business. Now we have minutes.
Nope.
We have no minutes.
I'm sorry to interrupt. As far as paperwork, do we get an email or something mailed back to
There'll
us?
be we'll write a decision. The board will sign it at their next meeting, which is August 11th. It'll get recorded with the town clerk. You'll get sent a copy of that. Because it's a special permit, there is a 20-day appeal period.
Yep.
Legally, you can do work within that period if, for some reason, it's all at your own peril. If someone appeals,
Mhm.
you could be required to remove anything.
Okay.
At the end of the 20-day appeal period, so there'll be a date stamp on the the approval that you get.
Yep.
The following day is day 1 of 20. On day 21 or after, you need to come to someone needs to come to the town clerk's office, pick up the physical decision, take it to the registry in Worcester, the registry of deeds, record it, and bring it back. That makes the special permit live.
Okay.
But
I have
you'll-
all of that right now.
Well,
That's
we
cool.
generally send a sheet along with the special permit
Okay,
that tells
cool.
you what the steps are.
Okay, so we'll get something after August 11th.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
cool. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else before us at this time,
I do have a little bit of new business.
What?
We've talked extensively about 502 Washington Street, the Cumberland Farms. I did meet on site with, I'm not going to remember his name, Michael Limongess, I believe. He's the product distribution manager, regional for Cumberland Farms. He was aware of at least the parking lot issue. His understanding was it was an initial issue with the trucks the first week. He has spoken with the business owner who has complained, and he said that he would further include the distribution chain, both gas and grocery, on the issue. He said he's spoken with them before, he'll refresh. Sent him a follow-up email. He responded forwarding my email to both their gas and their grocery distribution managers. So hopefully that will resolve that issue. He was unaware of, I don't know if it was Paul or Jim that brought up the tractor trailer that was blocking the entrance a little bit. I had also seen that. I brought it up to him, explained it to him. He said, no, we'll make sure that that's taken care of. So if it does happen again in the future, call me and I have his card sitting on my desk. I'll make sure I get back in touch with him.
All righty. All right, that being said, I'd entertain a motion to
I'll make the
adjourn.
motion to adjourn.
Seconded?
Second.
Second? All those in favor?
Aye.